Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ridila. In today's topic we'll know about types of blockchain. So there are four main types of blockchain: public blockchain, private blockchain, consortium blockchain and hybrid blockchain. So guys, in the types of blockchain we have the first blockchain type, that is public blockchain. It is open, that is anyone can join, anyone without any permission or anything, anyone can join. It is permissionless, that is while joining you don't need any type of any central authority accepting your request, and is fully decentralized, that is there is no central authority controlling the blockchain. So the next blockchain type is private blockchain. It is controlled by a single organization. It is permission, that is if suppose a new block or a user wants to join, like a new user wants to join into this private blockchain, then suppose this is a central authority or single organization, you have to take the permission from this organization to join in this blockchain. Whenever, like that is only authorized users are actually in this private blockchain. Okay, an example is Hyperledger, and this is not fully decentralized, it is partially decentralized as it is controlled by a single organization. So this is consortium blockchain. It is managed by group of organizations instead of single entity in the private blockchain. So here it is partially decentralized and it is permissioned access. Like example is R3 Corda. This is the consortium blockchain. So the next blockchain type is hybrid blockchain. It combines the public and private features. It is a flexible architecture, that is like some part of it is in private blockchain and some part of it is in public blockchain. Like it is like a public layer publishes all the cryptographic proofs or any hashes for public verification, and the private layer handles like sensitive transactions and visible only to the authorized parties. So this is how the hybrid blockchain uses the both features of public blockchain and even the private blockchain, and the example is Dragon chip. So this is the hybrid blockchain. So let's understand the differentiation between permission blockchain and permissionless blockchain. In permission blockchain, what happens is any user, whoever wants to join the blockchain or want to access the data or participate in the network, need the permission from the authorities. Like then compulsory approval should be done by the single authority, and here anyone can join and access the data and participate in the network activities like consensus mechanism or validate the transactions. So it is like permissionless, that is you don't require any permission to join or access the data. Here permission blockchain, that is you require permission to join the blockchain. It is restricted to authorized users only. It is open to everyone. So this is what is the differentiation between permissionless and permission blockchain. So here the permission and permissionless blockchain, I already gave you the overview of what is permission and permissionless blockchain. We'll know more detailedly about permission and permissionless blockchain. So permissionless blockchain, that is anyone can join, read data, submit their transactions, participate in the consensus process without any approval. Here in the permission, like if you want to join the network, you want to perform any actions or access the data, you need the permission. So basically permissionless is open to everyone. It is restricted to authorized users. Anyone can validate transactions. Only approved participants can validate the transactions. No central authority. Here managed by one or more organizations. That is in permission blockchain you may have central authority. So it is partially decentralized. So fully transparent, there is all the transaction going on can be visible to any user. It is limited transparency as organization controls the blockchain, and lower privacy, higher privacy. So generally slower, generally faster, and highly decentralized. This is partially decentralized. Trustless environment, like public Wi-Fi's example, like no trust, and trust among approved members, like a Wi-Fi in an organization or in like a startup company or a MNC. Examples are Bitcoin, Ethereum, it is Hyperledger Fabric and Corda. Use cases are cryptocurrency, like all the transactions should be visible to everyone, and the permission blockchain example is banking, healthcare and supply chain. So already we saw the 4 types of blockchain. We'll go into more detailing about those blockchains. The first one is public blockchain. Here the core characteristics of public blockchain: it is open, anyone can join, it is permissionless and fully decentralized, no central authority is there in that, and it is fully transparent, all the transactions going on can be visible to everyone, and it is censorship resistance, like no one can prevent a valid transaction, that is immutable, and it is like it cannot be controlled by any single authority. So the advantages are high security, complete transparency, trustless environment, immutable. Okay, immutable is like once the data is committed, it cannot be again undo. Okay, so disadvantages: slower transactions, as there are thousands of users, so maybe the transaction speed can be reduces, and scalability challenges: higher resource consumption, like proof of work requires significant energy. So these are the disadvantages and advantages of public blockchain. So real world examples are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. So these are the types of public blockchains we have in the present world. And so these are the key applications: cryptocurrency, NFTs and DeFi platforms. So the next blockchain we have is private blockchain. The core characteristics of private blockchain are: it is permission, that is the user, whoever wants to access the want to join in the blockchain must require the permission, and it is controlled access, a single authority will be controlling the access of the whole blockchain. Is centralized governance, yeah, it is partially centralized, and faster pre-processing as fewer nodes, only authorized users, so it is only few users will be present, and energy efficient, so no resource intensive mining required. Advantages are better privacy for an organization like MNCs or startups, it is a better blockchain to be maintained. Higher efficiency, faster transactions, yeah, as there are slower nodes, so slower proof of work mining will be done, and regulatory compliance, easier to meet data protection laws. And disadvantages are limited decentralizations. See, the blockchain core characteristics of blockchain is decentralization. So here in private blockchain we don't maintain much decentralization, it is only limited, so that is a disadvantage. And it requires trust, like now all the users in the private blockchain must trust one central authority and vulnerable. If the single authority is failed or any type of security attack has been compromised on it, then the whole system will be useless. And less transparent, as only the central authority will be controlling all the actions. Okay, leading platforms are like examples are Hyperledger Fabric and R3 Corda and Quorum. Okay, industry applications are banking and finance. Obviously in bankings we use private blockchain, and in finance too. Healthcare, to maintain patient data and all the users data secure, we use. So in consortium blockchain is actually, as I told, it is managed by group of organizations. Like instead of controlling by a single authority in the private blockchain, here we use like group of organizations, or groups of people, groups of blockchain networks controlling a single network. Okay, like see, shared governance, multiple organizations jointly control the network. Okay, like permissioned access, only approved members can participate, this is permissioned blockchain. And partial decentralized, though the decentralization is okay because the trust has been separated through multiple organization, but still it is partially decentralized because many users still have to rely on the multiple parties. Collaborative consensus, members agree on validation rules together. Okay, so advantages is shared trust. See, no single organization has total control on it, so multiple organizations control it. So better efficiency, there are fewer nodes than public, still there are fewer nodes than public. and improve collaboration and privacy within groups. Okay. Disadvantages are complex management. See, it requires coordination among the multiple organizations. So yeah, governance disputes, like if any conflicts happen between those organizations, then the blockchain may be a bit problematic. Limited openness, see, not as accessible to external parties or any public blockchains. So how consortium governance work? So suppose example, like a single bank does a transaction, so all the other banks must agree on the transaction. That time only the transaction will become validate. That is how the consortium work. So instead of relying only on the single bank, we take the majority votes of agreement from other banks or other organizations. That is how consortium blockchain works. So real world applications, banking consortiums. Okay, R3 Corda is a prime example of consortium blockchain. Supply chain networks, healthcare networks. Okay, healthcare and insurance company works together. It can form a consortium blockchain. So the next type of blockchain is hybrid blockchain. So hybrid blockchain is a combination of public and private, as I told you. So it gives us benefits of public blockchain and even the private blockchain. So in public blockchain, what benefits we have is that it is decentralized, open, more transparency, and fully decentralized, and more secure. Okay. In private is only authorized users can use it, and we can protect sensitive data. It is permission. So now we are using the two features together, and we are forming a flexible architecture, that is hybrid blockchain. So here you can see private layer, it handles the sensitive transactions, and public layer handles the whatever the publishes the cryptographic proofs or any hashes for public verification. Controlled access, like permissions are granular, like some part of the blockchain is private and some part of the blockchain is public. So flexible design, and advantages is privacy. You get privacy from private blockchain and transparency from the public blockchain, and better scalability, because if the users are more, we can handle it by using private layer, and customizable access, only like whatever users you want can go into the private blockchain, and whoever unauthorized can stay in the public blockchain. And regulatory friendly, easier to compile with data protection laws. So disadvantages is complex implementation. Obviously we are joining two types of architecture, so it is very complex implementation. Governance challenges, like managing two layers adds operational overhead, that is computational power. Security boundaries, must ensure private data never leaks to public layer, so extra layer of security is needed here. And higher development cost, more complex than single layer solution. And notable platforms like Dragon Chain, this is an example. Dragon Chain key applications is government systems, digital identity platforms, healthcare systems. So I'll give you an example of hybrid blockchain in the digital identity platform. Like in the public layer, whoever can log in, like in our Aadhaar we can log in, we can request anything, that we can do transactions like booking any Aadhaar card to our home or delivery and all. And in the private layer blockchain, only authorized users can access the and handle the data, like sensitive data. So that is how an example, like a small example of how public and private layer work together in a system, and that is what is hybrid blockchain is. So comparison of blockchain types, so you can see access public is open to everyone, it is restricted, invited only, it is group based, members only, and mixed, like selective. Transparency is very high, this is low, and this is medium, and this is medium. Transaction speed is fast and moderate. Decentralization is very high, low in the private blockchain, it is medium in consortium and hybrid. So governance is community driven, single organization, multiple organization control it, mixed governance. So here security model is cryptographic plus network, this is access control we use in private blockchain. And consortium we use like shared trust plus consensus. And in hybrid, layered security. Energy consumption is high in POW and low in POS. Very low. As there are fewer nodes in private, consortium and hybrid, the energy consumption is low, and best for crypto, NFTs and DFIs, enterprise banking, supply chain, banking groups, and government and identity. So this table is very important for you, so make sure you once go through it very nicely. And choosing the right type is, as I told you, whatever type of blockchain you are using, it should be beneficial for you and for your organization. So choose on the properties it has, like decentralization, transparency, privacy and speed, and the access control, the trust, the energy consumption and transaction speed, and all these components you have to keep in mind before selecting the right type of blockchain for your organization. So applications of different blockchains, once go through this thing, I'll just tell you, like public blockchain is cryptocurrency, NFTs, DAOs, DFIs, platforms. Private blockchain is banking system, corporate data management, healthcare records, insurance claims. Consortium blockchains applications is supply chain, banking consortium, healthcare collaboration, trade finance, and hybrid blockchains are government services, digital identity, healthcare platforms, regulatory reporting. So this is like applications of different blockchain types. Once go through it, you can write it in your exam very easily. And advantages and limitations of blockchain types. See, based on 4 types of blockchains as we have. So in transparency we have in public and hybrid. Security we uses cryptographic hashing, digital signatures. These are all we use it in public, consortium, hybrid and public. Trust is mostly used in private and consortium type of blockchains. Efficiency is private and consortium blockchains are very efficient because of fewer types of nodes. Decentralizations, like public blockchains are more decentralized, and then comes hybrid blockchains, they are less decentralized but they're decentralized. And immutability, all the blockchain data once written is cannot be altered or deleted. Okay, it is permanent. Key limitations is scalability issues. There are, like, if you keep a blockchain public, then many people will join and it will be very hectic for performing proof of work, consensus mechanisms and mining process for validating and verifying the transaction. So that is scalability issues. Regulatory challenges, like any legal ambiguity around jurisdiction, taxation. So data protection laws, that will be the challenges of the public blockchain. Complexity, see, hybrid and consortium blockchains are maintained by multiple organizations, and that is consortium, and hybrid is 2 types of blockchains types are used in hybrid blockchain. So it is very hard for the implementation and collaboration in consortium and hybrid blockchain. So governance difficulties, in public we have, like, multiple users, you have to manage those users, and in consortium we have multiple organizations that are controlling it. So that will also be a major governance difficulty. Energy consumption, in proof of work, the public blockchain, there are thousands or 10,000s of users, we need a lot of memory and energy consumption. And adoption barriers, legacy system integration, organization resistant to change, and the need for specialized skills, slow enterprise blockchain adoption. So these are the types of blockchains, and this is the core you have to remember. Once just go through it. So key takeaways, there are 4 types of blockchains. One is public, private, consortium and hybrid. So public blockchain is permissionless blockchain, and it is like trustless, is fully open, it is fully decentralized. Example is Bitcoin, Ethereum. And next comes is private blockchain. It is permission blockchain, that is only authorized users can join in that. Example is Hyperledger. And consortium blockchain, it is managed by multiple organizations. Examples like banks, hospitals, supply chain partners. It is limited, decentralized. And hybrid blockchain combines the properties of both public blockchain and private blockchain, and it gives a flexible architecture for us. So these are the 4 types of blockchains. Do remember, and thank you.